But a Lagos-based lawyer, Liberato Shoma, says the RISEC has not violated any provisions in the electoral laws if it relies on the registered voters obtained by the Justice Enebeli-led commission to conduct the 30th of August council election. Let's take a listen to him.
If you remember, the then Rivers State Electoral Body and INEC were working at cross purpose. Now you have an electoral body that is not working at cross purpose with INEC. INEC has updated their register as at the conduct of the last election. The thing is, it is for INEC to state whether they have updated or they have not updated, because INEC has what you call continuous voters registration at the local government level. So INEC can come out tomorrow and tell you that they have an updated register because people have been registered who clocked 18.
In the meantime, a lawyer and former chairman of Okrika local government area, Tamino Williams, has called for peace ahead of the August 30th local government elections in Rivers State. In an interview with correspondent Emeka Otuka, Williams urged political parties and individuals who may feel dissatisfied with the process or outcome of the election to seek redress through the court rather than taking actions that could threaten the peace in the state.
Election timetable is out. For me, as a citizen of Rivers State, I will not work against the law. I will also advise others to work against the law, knowing that the law provides for adjudication. And the law is ibijus ibi remedium. Whether it's a right, and that right has been wrong, rather, there must be a remedy. So the summary is that for peace to reign in Rivers State, and for Rivers State to move forward, and to be free from the quagmire we find ourselves, every party must make some sacrifice. So what I will advise, let everybody follow the law. Let there be no self-help. Because at the end of the day, it's what the law says, what the court says, becomes the reality, and not what you wish.
And the coordinator of the Rivers Peace Initiative, Obinna Egbogidi, says the situation between supporters of the two political leaders in Rivers State is still fragile. Mr. Egbogidi said this while reacting to the insinuation that the supporters of the suspended Governor Fubara and the FCT minister now may not have fully embraced the reconciliation. He called on the leaders to ensure that their supporters embrace the terms of the reconciliation.
What we have now is more like a fragile truce, but we have made progress. The guns may have gone silent, but governance is still in limbo. You go around town, you see that even the Ring Road project appears to have been suspended. The governor remains in a constrained position, and the social indicators like the resurgence of court-related violence, worsening sanitation in Port Harcourt, and stifled economic activity show that we are not out of the woods yet. So yes, Rivers State is calm, but calm is not the same as peace.
Well, still to come, Health Minister is in a closed-door meeting with striking nurses, midwives. Stay tuned. Media News. My name is Jude Omamigbe. We'll continue now with stories, and we start off here where a member of the opposition coalition floated on the platform of the African Democratic Congress, ADC, Salihu Lukman, has blamed President Bola Tinubu for rewarding governors and who mismanage and divert public resources for personal use. Lukman in an interview said despite evidence that some governors don't use hefty federal allocations for the development of their states, the president keeps approving large sums to sub-national governments. He said that the 23 APC governors in the country and their opposition counterparts in 13 states have become arrogant and unaccountable to the people because they control party structures. In another development, the Minister of Housing and Urban Development, Ahmed Dangiwa, has unveiled the federal government's plans for a state-by-state home ownership and housing development campaign. It is a collaborative initiative with state governments, private developers, and development partners aimed at bridging policy execution gaps at sub-national levels. Dangiwa revealed the plan as they officially declared open the 19th edition of the Africa International Housing Show, AIHS, in Abuja, reaffirming the commitment of the federal government under the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu to bridge Nigeria's housing gap through bold, inclusive, and innovative reforms. Moving on, the Minister of Health, Professor Ali Pate, today met with the leadership of the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives and representatives of the Ministry of Labour. The closed-door meeting was part of ongoing negotiations between the Nursing Association and Ministries of Health and Labour. Nurses and midwives under the association had commenced on a warning strike on the 29th of July, following what the union described as the government's failure to respond meaningfully to its 15-day ultimatum issued on the 14th of July. The ongoing warning strike involved nurses in public health institutions across the country is expected to continue till next Tuesday. The strike is due to long-standing concerns about nurses' welfare and poor working conditions and the government's reluctance to address their concerns. The union demanded improved welfare, fair allowances, and better working conditions for nurses across federal health institutions. In other news, Nigeria's first radio station for kids and families, Kids FM 101.7, officially launched in Abuja and Port Harcourt today, over a year after making its debut in Lagos. The station, owned by the creators of Cool FM, Wazobia FM, Nigeria Info, and Arewa Radio, is designed to be a fun, educational, and entertaining space for children and their families. The CEO of the 5 stations, Serge Newjam, describes Kids FM as a platform where the joy of learning meets the fun of entertainment, with the mission to inspire kids and empower families. The energetic lineup of on-air personalities include Ija Isogbomawaji, popularly known as Superstar ISO, Munachi Egbunulu, also known as Muna, the Playtime Professor, Kashmir Okoromadu, fondly called Mr. Echo, and Constance Riole Mega, known as Connie the Air Lady. The live broadcast kicked off today at 8 a.m. and ISO spoke to our correspondent on this. Apologies there. We'll get to that voice later on. We'll move on now to other stories.
And now the business news.
To business now. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, says it is still recovering funds linked to the collapsed CBEX Global Investment Scheme. CBEX, a Ponzi scheme, collapsed in April of this year, leaving many investors stranded. No fewer than 600,000 Nigerians reportedly invested in the scheme and lost 1.3 trillion naira after it collapsed. Following the crash, some of the scheme's promoters were arrested and arraigned in court by the EFCC. When contacted for an update, the Commission's head of media and publicity, Dele Oyewale, said the recovery efforts were ongoing. He, however, did not state the amount recovered so far. Oyewale said it would be premature to give specific figures at this time. To entertainment now, American singer Justin Timberlake has revealed that he is living with Lyme's disease. The singer, songwriter, and actor shared the diagnosis with his fans in an Instagram post on Thursday as he reflected on the conclusion of his 2-year Forget Tomorrow World Tour. Lyme disease is a tick-borne infectious disease that, if left untreated, can affect the joints, heart, and nervous system. In sports, the 6-time champions Nigeria's The Tigers have advanced to the semi-finals of the 2025 Women's Afrobasket Tournament by defeating Cameroon 83-47 and keeping their title defense campaign alive. And finally, from the international scene, U.S. President Donald Trump's Middle East envoy is currently visiting Gaza, where he is expected to be shown around food distribution sites by the Israeli military. The White House previously said he will also secure a plan to deliver more food to Gazans. According to the UN Human Rights Office, at least 1,373 Palestinians have been killed while trying to get food aid since the US and Israeli-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation began operating late May. Israel has accused Hamas of instigating the chaos near the aid site, saying its troops have only fired warning shots and they do not intentionally shoot civilians. Well, that was the news this afternoon. But before we depart, a quick recap. On the news this afternoon, you heard RSU has confirmed multiple theft incidents in its hostels. ADC chieftain Lukman says President Tinubu is allegedly rewarding governors for mismanaging public resources. Health Minister has held a closed-door meeting with striking nurses and midwives. The EFCC says recovery is ongoing in the CBEX Ponzi collapse. And on the foreign scene, U.S. envoy has visited the controversial Gaza aid point. The news was edited by Martha Okeri. To reach the news team, please do send an SMS or WhatsApp message to 0808-721-7215. 0808-721-7215. My name is Jude Omamigbe. Thank you for listening and good afternoon.